Why the fuck these nigga wanna go against the grain? Why the fuck these
last $20 to a ninja that you thought you loved. And that same ninja turned around, talked about you, and dragged your name through the mud, or he might even put a hit out on you. I don't know. I'm just saying. You can be sleeping with the devil and don't even know it. How y'all doing? I know I'm a day late, but I'm not a dollar short. I'm a day late, but I am not a dollar short. Okay. Whoo, y'all. So we finally have a sentence for Terica. Miss Terica. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know. She didn't know what was going on, right? She said she didn't know. She had no idea. So she drove on back to Memphis and threw that burner phone away. The next day found out Dre was gone. She went out to Cali and never said a word to the FBI. Not until they caught up with her 4 years later. That's all I'm saying. But you know, it is what it is. The judge did what he did. Judge Ross did what he did. Boss man, Kizzy, Terry, how y'all doing? Welcome on up in here. Okay, this is your number one stop for the. Hold on. Hey, Miss Anna, this is your number one stop for Dre's. All the latest information. Okay, we got it over here. We might be a little late, but we still have it over here. Okay. St. Louis in the building. What's up? Sup, PP? How you doing, Regina? Okay, guys. Y'all know I won't be long. I'm late already. I haven't been too long got home, to be honest with y'all. I'm just gonna go and keep it 100. I've been having some things going on in my life here in Little Rock. Yes, I got some stuff going on. I know my daughter up here talking to me. Go to bed, girl. I know, child. I should be lying in the bed right now, just watching something until it knocks me out. Oh yes, honey. Thank you. Let me put up my original content. If you're using my content to bully, harass, or stalk anybody, mainly me, don't use it. Why? I'm the only one on this panel for now. Someone may call in. I don't know. 501-542-2514. Drop that number, Kizzy, or one of you mods, in case somebody want to call. They're more than welcome to do so. But folks will record your video and steal your content. I hate these intros. Just get to the point. Oh, you hate it? Well, since you hate it, and since this is my show,
It's been a long, long time, honey, but I know, yeah. Store. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. I say I got you, you can keep it as a fact. Yeah.
Now, I can be petty when I want to be, okay? Whosoever you may be. Today is not the day because I got a lot going on. I got my own problems already to deal with. Then I don't like this 36 months this girl got. So I'm just a little perturbed and pissed right now. So it's not the time to play with me. You don't like the intro? Get to stepping in my Martin voice. I don't give a rat's ass. Not today. I don't give a rat's ass today. Believe it. I don't give a rat's ass today. 36 months after she done lured Dre out there and she was the last one that he saw. And you gonna come in here and tell me you don't like these intros? Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Girl, you better go play somewhere. A man, woman, who, whatever you are. Hey, Miss Lorraine, my friend, how you doing? Okay, how you doing? All right, we're gonna start with this right here. Okay, we're gonna start with this right here. Woman sentenced to 3 years in prison for aiding St. Louis reality show stars murder plot. This is from the United States Attorney's Office, Eastern District of Missouri. Okay. U.S. District Judge John Ross on Tuesday sentenced the woman who aided a reality show star's plot to his nephew to 3 years in prison. Terica Tanisha Ellis helped James Timothy Norman, who appeared on the reality show Welcome to Sweetie Pie's, locate his nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr., who also appeared on the show. We remember Dre. Y'all remember that smile? He'd be on the show smiling, him and Charles doing his thing. It says Norman then passed his nephew's location to another man who fatally, y'all see the word, Montgomery, who was 21 years old. At 30, did I hear you, what you say? Did I hear you RTPP? What that mean? Hey, Trevor in here. Hey, Trevor. Hey, everybody. Who fatally shot Montgomery, age 21, at 3964 Natural Bridge Avenue in St. Louis on March 14, 2016. Ellis, who's now 39, meaning she could be floating down a pole in 3 years at 41. Can she still float? Can she still climb a pole? Would somebody still be in love with a stripper? At was she 41? You say Ellis, now 39, pled guilty in July to a charge of conspiracy to commit M for hire. The exotic dancer from Memphis, Tennessee, admitted being paid $10,000 to locate Montgomery and lure him outside before the shooting. Now, one day she might see this video. Terica, I'm talking to you. The what I just read from the Department of Justice paid you $10,000 to locate and lure Dre outside. But for you. Now, I know the judge is going to say something different. I've already read some stuff. But I'm saying, but for you. Hey, Dre, I'm outside. I got your G's. You ready, Dre? He could still be alive. But I know all things, what God has in store is going to happen. But I'm just saying. You drove your car out there on the Natural Bridge on that one way, going one way. You parked and you called it after you had been to the Buckle on the Galleria Mall. I think it was the Galleria Mall. What kind of jeans were they? I forgot the name brand of the jeans. True Religion? Was that it? You should be ashamed of yourself, ma'am. Okay. Norman, 43, was convicted by a jury in the U.S. District Court in St. Louis in September of conspiracy to commit murder, M for hire, and conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. He is scheduled to be sentenced March the 2nd and is facing a mandatory sentence of life in prison. Well. March the 2nd, guys. Mark your calendars. Norman took out a life insurance policy worth $450,000 on Montgomery, then arranged for Montgomery's M, according to testimony and evidence at his trial. Before announcing the sentence Tuesday, Judge Roth said that without what he called an incredible effort by investigators, this could easily have been another unsolved case. He also recognized Ellis's testimony against Norman at trial and said Norman would likely have succeeded in having Montgomery murked, whether Ellis helped or not. So that's, this is giving you some of the reasons the judge gave the sentence that he did. Okay? He says that before or now, he said that without that, he says Judge Roth said that without what he called an incredible effort by the investigators, this could easily have been another unsolved case. Then he said he also recognized Terica's testimony against Norman at the trial and said Norman would likely have succeeded in having Dre's life taken, whether Ellis helped out or not. The shooter, Travell Anthony Hill, 31, was sentenced in October to 32 years in prison. He pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to commit M for hire and one count of M for hire and testified at Norman's trial. Wiley, his former insurance agent, was sentenced in November to 3 years in prison on one count of conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. Yogman admitted conspiring with Norman to fraudulently obtain a life insurance policy on Montgomery and then helping Norman file a claim after Montgomery's murder. The case was investigated by the same. Okay, that was something else that I had downloaded because Miss Michelle said something while he was sentencing her and said, "You took my child when she was crying." I don't know what I did with that. I'm going to have to find it. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to move on to what I have next to read over regarding this sentence. How y'all doing? Welcome in, everybody. Deborah, Keisha, welcome in. Sacramento, how you doing? Yes, but it is still not enough time. I know. I totally agree. Let me play this little loop real quick while I pull up the next document that I want to read. So hold on. I'll be right back.
It's been a long time, honey, but I know, yeah. Store. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. I say I got you. Long time, honey.
All right, I'm back. It looks like the thing is messing up a little bit. Okay, let me move this comment out the way. Let me get that and go on over here to this document right here. All right, filed on 124. Terica Tanisha Ellis, aka Alexis the Great. So you see, they do put AKA on official court documents, okay? AKA. All right. Pleaded guilty to the counts, lesser included, of an 8-count superseding indictment on July 22, 2022. That's when she pled guilty. Okay, July 22nd, 2022. The defendant is adjudicated guilty of these offenses: conspiracy to commit M for hire. Offense ended March 14, 2016. The defendant is sentenced as provided in pages 2 through 7 of this judgment. The defendant is imposed pursuant to the Sentencing Reform Act of 1984. The defendant has been found not guilty on counts 2 is what counts 2. It is ordered that the defendant must notify the United States Attorney for this district within 30 days of any change of name, residence. This is just basic formalities here. And Judge Roth signed that. This is just the official sentencing. Imprisonment. The defendant is hereby committed to the custody of the United States Bureau of Prisons to be imprisoned for a total term of 36 months. The court makes the following recommendations to the Bureau of Prisons. While in custody of the Bureau of Prisons, it is recommended the defendant be evaluated for participation in the residential drug abuse program. It is also recommended the defendant be evaluated for participation in mental health program and an occupational educational program of interest. Such recommendations are made to the extent they are consistent with the Bureau of Prison policies. Then it checked the defendant is remanded to the custody of the United States Marshal. None of that stuff is checked. Just come on down here and see what else is shown or checked. This here it says you must cooperate in the collection of DNA by the probation officer. Okay, if it's not checked, it's not relevant for her. Okay, but there's an X by number 5. No, she did not get time served. She has to serve 3 years. And then these are the standard conditions of her supervision. Like once she is released, she's going to have 36 months of probation. So then these are just the terms of that. Okay. She has to report to the probation office and all that good stuff. As part of your supervised release, you must comply with the following standard conditions of supervision. So there you have it. And I didn't even, put an ink mark on these because, hey, it is what it is. And these are just the conditions that she would have to go by. I'm not going to read all of that. You guys can come back, slow it down. If you're watching the replay, thank you so very much. I think, is that it? Criminal monetary penalties. She has to pay a total of $100. Okay? $100 assessment. The defendant must pay the total criminal monetary penalties under the schedule of payments page. $100. And I think, is there anything else? Let me see. Schedule of payments. Is anything checkmarked here? There it is. Special instructions regarding the payment of criminal monetary penalties. It is ordered that the defendant shall pay the United States a special assessment of $100, but she got $10,000. Why can't you make her pay $10,000 that she got for luring Dre outside at 3964 Natural Bridge? It says, which shall be due immediately. Said special assessments shall be paid to the clerk, U.S. District Court. This is after she's released, guys. After she's released. After serving her term of 36 months. Okay, and this was pretty much it. Okay. So that was it on that. All right. Let me see. Thank you, Miss Annie, for that super sticker. I sure do appreciate it. Yes, I do.
I won't thank you. I won't thank you.
Very much. Okay. Seems like my computer is running a little slow, guys. I apologize. I don't know what the deal is. Let me try and find my other document here. So, I be coming with the documents. So I'm going to play this, you guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. This thing is just all over the place. My computer is moving slow and it's messing me up. Okay, let me see here. Hold on a second. I missed the super chat. Hold on. I don't want to miss nobody because I should appreciate. Okay, boss man, thank you so much. PP, thank you for keeping us updated. Great job. You are so very welcome, honey. Thank you for watching and supporting me, Boss Man News. Y'all go subscribe to his channel and listen, if you're a content creator in here, let us know so we can drop your channels, okay? please drop Boss Man's channel and whoever else, if you're in here, drop your channel.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you.
Because I want to thank you for that $5 super sticker. You and Miss Annie, y'all better come through with the support. Come on, somebody. Come on. This is hard work, okay? It's late at night. Feel free to cash out me $$Philly65. Do whatever you want to do, honey. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's read this letter. Dear Honorable Judge Ross, this is, and they marked it out. They learned to start marking these names out. The daughter of Terica Ellis. I'm writing on behalf of my mother, Terica A., mother of two. Terica, a mother of two. A mother who has always been a mother first to my little sister and I. As her oldest daughter of two, transitioning into the real world without my mom here on my side is a burden. Oh, I can imagine how much of a burden it is on Miss Michelle Griggs. Losing my mom to the system put me in a position to where I had to carry the responsibilities as a big sister and a mom to my little sister at a young age. It's safe to say that it hasn't been easy, but with my mom being the superwoman that she has always remained, she still makes a way to be involved every day. Superwoman who likes to lure young men outside to have their life taken. Every day is not perfect, but my mom always did the best she could, even from where she's at now. She still finds time to take care of me and my baby sister, and that's what keeps me going and striving as well. The love that my mom has for the both of us, and to know she never gave up on us even from a distance, is what strengthens me every day. Well, I'd like to know, Miss Michelle Griggs will never have a chance to, support her son and encourage him and help to strengthen him ever again. Not here on earth anyway, My. Okay, guys. Hello, how long 36 months. 36 months. She has to serve 3 years. Yes. Well, guys, that's what Judge Ross gave her. That's what he gave her. That's what he gave her. Okay, I do have another document. Let me see where it is, guys. Hold on a second. I'm going to put something up while I do that.
Sometimes I forget about the cameras be there, or sometimes I forget I have a mic.
That's not what I wanted to play. I'm sorry. I apologize. There's a lot going on. There it is. Okay. Here's a letter written on behalf of Dre. I am Andre's aunt and Michelle Griggs' sister. Our family is a very close family. So to say that we, my siblings and I, help raise our nieces and nephews. We have suffered greatly these past 6 years because a link is missing from our family chain. It's not a feeling of missing like our parents who died because God called them home, but a hurt missing because Andre's life was taken due to the facts presented against Terica Ellis's participation in murdering Andre. Terica Ellis is a mother who wants the opportunity to be with her child and to watch her grow up, finish school, and maybe one day marry and have children. Well, my sister wanted the same thing for her son, as well as we wanted Andre to be successful in his dream in the music industry. We won't have the opportunity to hear his voice or laughter ever again. Terica Ellis chose to be hired to set up Andre to be murked. She was hired to find Andre, hired to inform Tim and follow Tim's instructions, hired to lure Andre to the M location, all for the love of money. Matter of fact, money moves her to keep making negative choices. Come on, Auntie. Nothing like Auntie, huh? The night she lured Andre to meet her at her car to hold a fake conversation with him, and when she received a text instructing her to move, she drove away and heard gunshots. You better say it again. Let me read it one more time for the people in the back. The night she lured Andre to meet her at her car and hold a fake conversation with him, and when she received a text instructing her to move, she drove away and heard gunshots. First thing she did was you called Tim. He gave her instructions, which she chose to follow. But she didn't choose the right thing to do, which was to call 911, and 911 ain't no joke. Contrary to popular belief and what you heard, you call 911, you will get some help. Terica Ellis doesn't have a conscience about a life being taken because for 6 years, she lived her life like her hands were cleaned. 6 years she had time to say something about Andre's M, but she chose not to make a report. That's what I have been saying. Terica Ellis, she said, I repeat, did not respect that Andre's life was taken. Terica Ellis' thinking process is twisted, and I believe she would do it again for money, for $10,000, so she could go buy some of that fake Louis Vuitton stuff that she used to sell on Facebook. You ain't gonna get no Louis Vuitton on Facebook, okay? Terica Ellis is a danger to society. Stranger danger. There is no excuse she can validate her actions in this case. Terica Ellis is just as guilty as the person who pulled the trigger. The bullets that took a young and innocent life is because she made it possible. Judge, she had no sympathy then, and now she is requesting sympathy from the court. Terica is a murderer. I know God is the judge of her actions in this case, but today in this courtroom, I am asking the court to give Terica Ellis the maximum penalty because of the facts of her actions to do wrong for money. It's in her blood. Terica Ellis' lifestyle and records display these characteristics about her. Conduct her negativity for money, money. Her conduct herself negatively for money. Look, I'm so I can't even get it out. And then here's another one. They have learned to take the names out. Okay. Good day. My purpose for coming today in honor of my nephew, Andre Montgomery, is to let you all know my thoughts, hurt, and disappointing reason for even being here. The woman who is here waiting for her sentencing is one of the main pieces of this puzzle. She is the reason the gun was aimed at my nephew. The main reason he is no longer on this earth. The main reason we are all here on this day, this particular time. She is the reason for my sister no longer to have her son, our nephew, here on this earth. She is the reason Andre, will not be able to pursue his dreams, not be able to love on his family, not be able to love anyone to marry, not be able to have his own children as she has her own, not be able to hear the words dad or daddy or to a Father's Day celebration. She is the reason that he will not grow old as God gave each one of us the opportunity. Why do I continue to say she's the one? The plan could not be complete without someone bringing him outside by himself without witnesses. But for Terica Ellis, let me go off script for a minute. See, this auntie telling it like it is. But for Terica not calling Andre to come outside, Travell would not have been able to take an aim at him. I just don't understand why she didn't get more time. I know the big fish is Tim, and she did drop a dime, and for that she's gonna have to look behind her shoulders for the rest of her life. It should have at least been 10 years. Let me get back to this. What was I? Someone had to lure him out with a sexy voice to him to think she's all about him. Someone to lure him out, keeping him off guard. Someone to lure him out, having him thinking he can trust her. Someone who is conniving with a smile, pretending of interest. But all along, knowing it's all about one thing and one thing only, the money. She was paid and pleasing, satisfying the only one she was true to, which was Tim Norman. She says, you see, she already been paid for the job. And of course, we know other women refused the job and warned my nephew about his uncle's intent, but not her. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Other women. Oh, I don't think I ever reported that there were other women that Tim tried to get to do it, but they chose not to do it. She says, you see, she already been paid for the job. And of course, we know other women refused the job and warned my nephew about his uncle's intent, but not her. She didn't care about her own children and the possibility of long-term separation from them. She had the opportunity, as the other women did, but the greed of money let us see she didn't really care about her children. So check this out to prove my point. Okay, so check this out to prove the auntie's point. She says she found my nephew, which was her job, and she informed Tim. But he said in so many words, he wasn't ready. She was to return back that night. Wait a minute. Now she's been paid to find his location, which she did her part. Why didn't she go home to her children, since she loved and doesn't want to be apart from? But now they are important to her. They wasn't important when she was coming down that pole and bottoms up. It says, so she had the opportunity. She had done her job, and she was paid to do, right? Right. But she stayed by choice. You're telling that she didn't, you're telling me she didn't wonder why it wasn't so important for her to return back, but at dark. You want me to believe that she got paid that much money just to locate my nephew Andre? You want me to believe that she went back the second time and played it so cool that my nephew Andre could not detect that his life was about to end that night? You want me to believe that she didn't help pull the trigger, luring my nephew Andre outside, teasing him, giving him a blood gift that he would never get to enjoy? Them true religion genes. She said, you want me to believe that she did not help murk my nephew Andre by sending a final bullet, aka text message, relaying the message, he's out here, and she receives in return, leave now. She doesn't warn him, but leave with the smile, luring him to watch her leaving so that she can leave not caring for his life, but to help take his life by making sure he doesn't leave his spot. You want me to believe that after she heard the shooting, she's not guilty as the one shooting, as the one who masterminded his demise? Then she say, question, did she call the police once she heard the shooting, just in case something might have happened to my nephew Andre? That's what I said. Why didn't that little tramp call the police or the FBI the next day? It says, since she said she did not know the plot was to murk my nephew Andre, did she call the police once she made it back to her destination and talk to Tim about coming back? But he said, do not come, police looking for you. If she wasn't aware about the murk, then she should have called the police to see why they are looking for her. Innocent people have nothing to hide. I mean, once she was arrested, she told everything. Why not call before you're arrested? Did she really believe that being paid that much money, that much blood money, yes, blood money, was just to find my nephew Andre and want everyone in this court to believe death was on the other end of this location? She made this choice, believing that she would not be caught. She will still not be associated with the murk. She will still not have anything tracing her being at the scene. She's willing to accept a large sum of money just to find a person others said no to it, and had the decency to warn Andre about his uncle's intention. That's If they knew, then somehow I find it hard to believe she didn't know, especially since she was sleeping with Tim. No, she doesn't deserve to have a lighter sentence. Luring him outside as pulling the trigger. If she hadn't done her part, it's a possibility Andre could be here with us now. Her sentence should be as harsh as the one who pulled the trigger. She called Andre outside. She texted the one who murked Andre. She texted him. The shooter could not have done his part until she did her part. And then text him, it's a go to murk Andre Montgomery, my nephew. He's not here with my family. Why should she have a lighter sentence and the freedom and privilege to be with her family and enjoy the money paid to her for this crime? And I think that is it. That aunt wrote a nice, oh wait, there's one more. Here's another one. My impact statement to the court. This is Uncle Willie Griggs, I believe. How could she, being a mother, Uncle Willie Griggs, a friend of the show, how could she, being a mother, let this happen to another mother's child? Did she not stop and think, what if this was her child in this situation? But we know that didn't happen. And when it was in the news, the demise of Andre, did she feel as a mother to let a hurting mother know what happened to her child? No, she didn't. And all these years, my sister had to endure the pain and grief and not knowing if she would get justice for her son. But the mother out there that had the information that would have took that suffering away from my sister, that mother didn't come forward. So all the things she didn't do, but a real mother would have done, so she earned and deserved whatever sentence is given to her by the judge. I know that's right, Uncle Willie. You better say it, Uncle Willie Griggs. Here's another one from Lonnie Griggs. Your Honor, I feel as though this was a tragedy to my family because the role that Terica played by luring my nephew out was just as bad as the man who pulled the trigger. It has caused my family a lot of grief in the loss of a son and father, cousin, and nephew that we will never get to see again. I am saddened that money has taken over any kind of morals over a human's life. Your Honor, my sister put her child in the ground way too soon. I can't imagine how much grief and pain this has caused her. Thank you for your time. And that may be the last one. All right, guys, that is all I had to read for tonight. Those were the letters. There was something else, but I don't know what I did with it. I can't find it. Where Miss Michelle made an outburst when the Terica was, crying or something and saying, she just really don't want to be here or something like that. And Miss Michelle said something like, well, my child, you're the reason pretty much my child isn't here. But those were the letters that the family, that Michelle Griggs, the family wrote, Dre's family. Okay, guys, I thank you all for your time. I guess my St. Louis Connect, she said she might with college. She deserved no less than 20 years. I know that's right. What's up, North Father? How you doing? Hey, Triple, how you doing? Thank y'all for coming up in here. Thank y'all so much. 10,000 was no more important at the time. Pure gutter trash. I mean, all I'm saying is, okay, y'all, I have been saying this for years. Okay, let's just entertain the thought. She didn't know. She didn't know what Tim wanted her to find Dre for. Hey, Dre, I'm outside. Come get your jeans. He get to the car, blah, 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 blah. She get text saying, move, leave. She leaves. But as she's driving away, she hears gunshots. She calls Tim.
Okay. A friend of mine was in the courtroom when it happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the reason the judge went so easy on her is because they had background on Terica that she had been really abused as a child, raped and molested and been into a lot of abusive relationships. And that, basically, Tim basically manipulated her. And I'm thinking when we first talked about her, I told you, I said something wrong with her. You can look at her eyes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's also got like a learning disability. And basically, the prosecuting attorney asked for that leniency for her. Okay. And because they said that when she first went to the police, it was like she was relieved that the police had got her, and she immediately started confessing.
Oh, is that what they said?
And yeah, and you said though on one of your shows or one of your moderators, we were talking about the feds, and remember I told you that the attorneys that represent you in federal court is all the different than a public defender in a state court.
Mm-hmm.
They got really good attorneys, okay? And she, with her confessing like that showed remorse. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But she told everything that she knew, and then she had a lot of supporters also from her church and different people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I believe it was one of your moderators that said, whoever be the first one to turn, tell gets the lightest sentence. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she told, and but I can understand the Griggs family. I don't agree with the 3 years. I think that she should at least got 10 to 15 years, because that was serious. And I agree with everything that was said from each person that gave their impact statement. Terica was not that young. I do believe that she was afraid of him. Okay. I believe that he really did, kind of do like a pimp do before they turn prostitute out. They have to school them. They wine them, they you my bitch. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, and that was
Okay.
my moderator, Miss Vicky, that said that whoever speaks up first will get the best sentence or however that was put. Yeah.
Okay. And so I believe she was scared to a certain degree.
I
But
bet she
after
was.
Andre was gone and the police didn't do nothing, they all became comfortable.
But you know
You
what
know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
but the only thing, okay, but the next day she knew he was gone. If you really didn't know nothing and she should have called 911 of the feds and said, look, I don't know what's going on, but he had me to lure him out. I need y'all to protect me and I'm gonna tell you everything I know. That's if she really
And
was
not only
concerned.
that, she could have, it was another way she could have did it. And later on, when she got caught, she could have proved it. She could have called, like, we got a hotline here in Missouri that you can call, and report a crime, and you don't even have to identify yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? She could have called and gave that information to them, but I feel myself, I'm going to just be honest with you. When I heard the girl got 3 years, I started crying.
Oh, did you?
I really started crying because, I lost a child, but I didn't lose my child like Miss Griggs or Miss Foley lost their children.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that, pain is greater depending on the law. But I have experienced murder in my family, losing a close loved one to murder.
Yep, me too.
And when a
My
person is
nephew.
murdered, it's a whole different type of pain
Yep.
because you don't know and you're trying to find out, you're suspicious of everybody, and it's a whole different type of pain. And a mother that has lost a child, that's a pain that never goes away.
Absolutely.
It never goes away. You never stop missing them. But eventually you do get to the point where you can talk about them and remember the good days and, laugh about things that made you laugh with them. But the tears never stop flowing.
Right.
Because
I agree.
as women, we carry those babies 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very close to our heart. When their heart beats, we feel it. When our heart beats, they hear it. So when you push that baby out, that's a lot of pain. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just imagine how much pain it is to lose one.
And like they said, Terica's wanting to, be there for her children and this, that, and the other. But what about Miss Michelle? Dre was young.
Exactly.
He was a young.
And
he
not
was
only
a child.
that, Terica has children. Andre never will have the opportunity to have any.
And exactly.
And if he does have one in St. Louis, which may be, because Andre was very popular in St. Louis and the girls did like him.
His mama say he doesn't have any. They say that they're saying Terica was not scared of Tim, so she cannot. I don't think she was scared of Tim either. She like that bat them eyes at Tim and get whatever she wants.
Not to tell, but he convinced her, and then $10,000 to somebody that's uneducated and don't know nothing about money and don't know nothing about inflation. That seems like a lot of money, but that was very cheap.
I don't care how uneducated, but you know what?
He played the other boy.
But I don't care how uneducated you are. If you drive off and you done call somebody outside, hey, I'm outside, and then you tell somebody, okay, and they tell you to move, and the next day you wake up and find out they gone. You educated enough to know you need to call 911.
First of all, she had no moral compass. She had no moral compass because there is no way in hell that I would have called anybody and lured them I would have had to tell him, Andre, get in my car. Let's go. I don't know what's up with your uncle. You know what I'm saying? This man that went and bought, burner phones and wanted me to come get you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. She knew what she was doing.
Yep.
She honestly did.
And
She knew what she was doing.
And let me say this, the picture you guys see, those are the Dre shirts that the family has produced. It says justice for, at the top, justice for, and then our Dre there. They will, you guys will be able to purchase these. Miss Michelle is going to be giving me the information. It'll be on my community wall on how you guys can.
She sent it to you.
Yeah, on how you all
already wrote that on because I wanted to get three of them from you.
Okay, yes.
I want to send Mr. Tim one and ask the guard to put it on his wall so he can see it every day.
Not you want to send Tim one,
brother, but Dre made it. Not
goodness.
only did he make it in life, he made it in death.
So you
understand what I'm saying?
So St. Louis Connect says she want to order one for Tim, but I don't care who y'all ordering from. Let's just buy these shirts to support the family. Once I get the information, I'm gonna let you guys know as soon as I have it. Okay? But I love the color.
I'm gonna get 10 of them from Miss Green.
You gonna get 10
and
from
I'm
Miss
gonna send
Green?
you the money to get them, cause I got a couple of friends who want them, and I'm gonna make sure Mr. Tim's be put on his wall and Miss Terica's wall too.
Okay, she need one.
Remember.
She need one since she was the last. Do you know? I read where it said that Darren, when he gave his statement, Dre's big brother, he said Terica was the last one to see Dre smile, and he was the last one that that he saw, and he was happy when he met with her. He had probably been smoking a little bit. He was probably feeling good. He might have been flirting with the little old heifer, because that's what he did.
But my girlfriend said she also told Dre before she pulled off, bye.
She told him what?
Not I'll see you later, but bye.
Well, I don't know what she told him, but she should have called 911 the next day. So I see people want to buy 5 shirts in the Miss Michelle. I'm gonna call Miss Michelle tomorrow. I'm gonna get this information so we can get these shirts. We can get these orders popping. And I need y'all.
I would do anything to support Miss Griggs and Miss Foley, and
absolutely.
PC, me. I stand on what I say.
You stand on it. You 10 toes
that wants to buy them from St. Louis can buy them, get them through me.
Absolutely, they need to just contact St. Louis Connect.
And I'm hoping to God that Miss Griggs is gonna start a foundation or something for Dre, because honest to God, I only watched that show because of Dre. I love to watch him and Charles.
I know.
The shenanigans and that smile, you know what I'm saying? And when that child quit playing, like I told you when I first met you, I didn't know nothing about the killing or none of that because they were not covering it here.
Well,
okay.
Well, we covered it. We covered it from. We probably over covered it over here. No, we could never over cover it. But I did the best I could. I might have made a few mistakes along the way, but you live and learn. But all my ultimate goal was to always get justice for Dre, and I don't care what nobody say. It was for justice for Dre. Okay.
Well, me personally, CC, I think you did very good with this case.
Thank you.
I think that you was very professional with it. And you was professional with me from the first date.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into what you was calling and talking about, but yes, I had to reel you back in, honey, because you was calling my show trying to check me.
Well, I didn't know that you was live, but I was definitely gonna check you. Okay, but then I got checked. Due to lack of knowledge. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. And wait. Let me say this. In the chat, please don't mention certain names. I'm gonna have to ask the moderators to remove your comment because we don't want certain names mentioned in the chat, guys. You guys know the situation I'm in. Be mindful of my situation, please. Okay. All right, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead. Finish talking.
Okay, but Terica, You know, this was really a bad case, and if it wasn't for UTC, I don't think it would have got as much attention as it has gotten with Drake. You understand what I'm saying? But his family really handled and conducted themselves with so much class and finesse. You know, they never did any outbursts in court,
Right.
or even when they came out of court, they never showed really how angry they were. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, there's some
And,
strong people. They're strong because I don't know if I could sit through nothing like that after something like that happened to my child. You know, it takes a strong person to do that, and everybody can't handle that.
Yeah, and you know, but you know, when you know, people need to understand that there is really truly mental illness in the Black community, and it gets pushed up under the rug a lot of times, and people don't admit it because that girl's family knew that Terica was capable of anything.
Terica got
And
good sense.
trust me,
Terica got good
She is
sense.
not a type of person to keep her mouth shut.
I don't care if
She
Terica
told
got good
somebody.
sense. No, Terica got good sense. She knew what she was doing.
I didn't say she didn't know what she was doing.
Mhm.
I'm saying somebody else knew what she did. Because her family knew that that girl had issues. Okay? They knew she had issues. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Okay? And because there is no way a person can do that and be a part of something like that that has any type of moral compass about themselves. You know, because I'm like, what, you know, you got children. You know, the first thing as a mother, you know, you would say, I'm not going to do that. Boy, that's your nephew. You know, what you got up that you want to do to him?
Well,
And
so
then we
say,
hear
well,
the
so,
gunshot.
so say she's saying that, you know, he just told her to locate him. But I just think she knew more than that. I'm sorry, because she's been knowing Tim for years. They've been sleeping together for years. I just think that was not just a coincidence that, oh yeah, I know him. You show me that picture. I know him. No, I don't believe her. She's a lying,
But
conniving
Cece,
helper. Her
she
mom raised
heard the
her
gun
mom.
go
Wait,
off after
her
she drove off.
her mom raised the killer. She's a killer.
To
Period.
me, all of them killers.
But
But you know, if I'm waiting on Tim to be sentenced, and if he don't get life without parole, then something is really wrong with the system. You know what I'm saying?
somebody say
'Cause
they
I
heard
can't
she fat
believe
now.
that this girl just got 3 years. I really can't.
Well, believe it.
I know people in jail that's in jail for marijuana that got more time than that.
Well, let me tell you what she did. She called Andre. She went to the Galleria Mall in St. Louis and went to the Buckle and bought some True Religion jeans and maybe a shirt. Went to 3964 Natural Bridge across from the Fairgrounds Park and called Andre outside. And once he got out there, she then she texted the person or whatever. He told her to move. Travell told her to move or leave. And I don't know. I wonder what she said to Drake to get him out of the car so quickly. Okay, I gotta go. You know, I wonder because he could have been in the middle of a conversation. You know, I'm wondering what did she say to just all of a sudden, because when Travell texted her and said move, did she just abruptly cut him off and say, okay, I gotta go? You know, I wonder, did he have any suspicion at that moment that this could be a setup? You know, I'm just wondering, did at any point before he took his last breath, did he know that little tramped out heifer that he had just sat in the car with, who was
Yes, he
shaking
did.
it at the bottoms up? I'm just wondering, did he know? He looking
And
like,
not
if
only
you look at
that,
that picture, he looking like, yeah, I know, and I'm glad y'all finally found out about him.
you know, and not only that, Pete, you know, from what I understand from people talking in St. Louis, is Dre met that girl first. And she met him through him.
You saying that she met Tim through Dre?
That Tim, I don't know if Dre introduced her, but she met Dre first.
Well, how do you?
I don't
Well,
know if,
according to the now, they said Tim had been knowing her since maybe 2011. I think
so
she.
maybe Tim introduced them. I know that she knew him.
No, she met Dre at the strip club. Dre liked to go out. Dre used to like to go out to the strip clubs and watch the girls shake their tails. And he just happened to look at the wrong tail one night, and it was hers.
But what I'm saying is the way that my friend told it, she said that Dre knew Terica, and she thought that Terica met Dre first. Now, she a stripper too.
No,
Okay.
actually, no. Tim had been sleeping with Terica on and off since allegedly 20. I think when I it was in some court documents like 2011 or whatever. She met Dre after.
But Dre didn't know that she knew Tim.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
So I do believe, like you said, I believe they really playing that.
Tim and Tim definitely Tim planned it. I just think that Terica she's wanting us to all believe that she had no reason to believe that Tim just wanted her to locate him for what? And then when he said, "My boy's not ready," I'd have been like, "Ready for what? What y'all gonna do to him? What you mean you not ready? I thought you just wanted me to find him. What you not ready for?" But no, she didn't do that. And even though she didn't do any of that, the next day when she found out Dre was no longer living, call 911. Is all I'm saying, people. Am I the only one thinking like this? God dang.
No, and I think after she found out Dre wasn't living, that's when I really would have got scared. Because I would have been scared, nigga, you're going to kill me. Because I know what you did. You had me to help you do.
Wait a minute. Keisha said when he went down, he said they got me. Is that something they said in the courtroom? I wonder, did he really say that? I mean, I don't know. I think when he got in that car with her, you know how sometimes you can be someplace and you just get a feeling. I bet when he got in that car with her, or when she said whatever she said to him to abruptly end their conversation, because when she got the text, he probably saw her look at a text and then she abruptly said, "Okay, I gotta go," or whatever. I bet he got a feeling. I bet he got that feeling that you get when you know something not right. I know he got that feeling that came across him. You know what I'm talking about? Connect. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me tell you like this, Philly. My son came here on a Wednesday. My son was killed on a Friday. And when I was talking to my son said, "Mama, be quiet. Because whatever you say come true." And I know my son felt death on him. When my uncle got killed, my uncle was at the hospital visiting his big sister, which was like his mother. And he was so somber in the hospital room. I know he felt death on him too. And when he was dying in a stranger's arm. A lady was holding him in his arm. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, we don't have a clue who killed him. To this day, my family still do not trust people. You understand what I'm saying?
Because you lost your son. Now, did you lose your son to gun violence?
No, I lost my uncle to gun violence. I lost my son. He was killed on a motorcycle on the highway.
Okay.
Because the young man felt that here come one of them stupid ass motorcycles and slammed on his brakes.
Okay.
And so my son hit him and they clipped the fender and was thrown and killed. But the guy filmed it and put it on Facebook and said, "This is what happened to stupid ass motorcycle riders."
Motorcycles can be dangerous. They really can be, but
But my situation is totally different because this situation is a child that got murdered, that did not deserve to be murdered, that was greatly loved not only by his family but by the public. You understand? This boy has been embraced by other mothers. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
and especially by me. and Miss Griggs. You know what I'm saying? And just like with Miss Foley, a mother knows. A mother knows because I knew. And I told the state trooper, he's lying. My son would have never hit him. My son takes his bike down, so he'll hit anything. And the state trooper had to come back and say, you're right. We think the kid more. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
But before I got to the hospital, I knew my son was gone. Before they ever called me, I knew my son was gone. It's just something, it's just an instinct. When you can feel it, but you don't know exactly what you're feeling.
And that's what I think Dre felt. I mean, I just know that when he was in the car with her, and then all of a sudden she gets a text. I know he saw, you know how your phone go off. I know he saw her phone light up or something. She looked at it, then she probably said, okay, I gotta go. I don't know what the heifer said, but then he had to get out. I just bet he had that gut feeling, that instinct, something ain't right.
But see, he did because he knew all the time Tim was looking for him.
Yes.
And I don't think any of us leave this world and not know.
He used
You understand that it's coming. You understand what I'm saying?
He used the age-old temptation for a man. He used a little, I don't even want to call it sex. He used the heifer to lure him out.
You said something tonight that I want to bring back. You said it was two other young ladies that was asked to do this.
Well, that's what I read in that impact statement. I had not heard that, but supposedly there were other women that Tim had asked to do this, and they refused to do it. But not Miss Terica. Not Miss Terica.
Kelly, I'm still gonna say the same thing I said before. It is more to this story than meets the eye.
Well, whatever there is,
I think ain't just no Terica. It ain't just no Tim. It ain't just no Wally. Okay? It's more to this story than meets the eye. Okay? And if you talk to his mother, she'll tell you the same. A mother knows, girl. A mother knows. Why do you think Miss Griggs is fighting so hard?
Yes.
And why do you think Miss Foley is fighting so hard?
Oh, Miss Foley, like she said, stands justice for Carlita, stand strong, move forward. She would never, ever stop fighting for her daughter, period.
Okay, because she knew her daughter. She know what she feel in her heart.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like I knew that my son didn't hit that car. Miss Foley knows. Miss Griggs knows. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody that has lost a child, they know. They just feel it in their heart. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like my mom, when my uncle got killed, she raised him like that with her son. When he got killed, I would let my uncle go to the hospital to tell her that he got killed. I said, let the doctor tell her in the morning. When the doctor went and told her, she immediately had a heart attack. And she said out of her mouth, they killed my kennel. They killed my kennel. Okay? And she knew. It wasn't even a robbery, but she already knew that somebody set him up. So they feel it. Mothers know.
Of course we do. Of course we do. But I'm just saying, but I think everyone has that ability. I mean, you just get that feeling that come over, you just know something's not right. Wait a minute. You get that feeling. And I just know for a fact, I know Dre, when he was in that car with her, he probably thought, damn, they done caught her. I done made a mistake. She, when he saw her get that text and then all of a sudden she gotta go, she probably he might have been in the middle of talking like, when we gonna meet up? He was probably flirting with her or whatever. And then she just cut him off and he had to get out that car. And then when Travell called his name, because Loco did say that he said something to him, to make sure that was him. Well, maybe that was when he was coming out. I'm not sure, but I just feel like he knows.
But why,
he knew.
why would you go get him some gifts and true religion? That's almost saying, hey, I just bought you your burial outfit.
Because she's a heifer. Her mom raised the killer.
I just can't feel any sympathy or nothing. I can't feel anything for them.
I have been saying for years, my only thing, okay, it would have been more believable that she knew. If you had just called 911 the next day and say, put me in protective custody, send me to bareback Egypt. But I'm telling everything. I didn't know what was going down. But she didn't. She commenced to having birthday parties and spending that little $10,000. Huh?
If she just had a warn Dre and just said to Dre, get out of St. Louis, go home.
Or when he got in the car, she could have said, Dre, somebody told they wanted me to lure you outside. And she could have just drove off into the sunset if you wanted to be a real hero. Why don't you just say, they told me to lure you out, don't get out this car, let's just go. But no, she didn't do that. You coming back to Memphis with me or anything. No.
That's what I'm saying. She could have just told him, Dre, you need to go home. Or come on, ride with me. You know what I'm saying? But look at the people that he chose to do it. He paid the guy that pulled the trigger $5,000. That boy was a straight up drug addict.
Yep.
And that's supposed to be a relative of his.
That's his that's not they're not related, but Travell, aka Loco's brother, and Tim are cousins on Tim's father's side, okay? But Travell and Tim are not related at all. No, she did not get life. She got 36 months. Her sentence was 36 months and then 36 months of probation once she's released. That's her sentence.
I don't know. My heart just goes out for Miss Griggs, and I thank God for the justice, because God always has the final word.
Absolutely.
But only God knows, and her justice will come from God. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, because she don't know. She really doesn't know. Even though she's only got 3 years, she's got children that she's got to raise.
Right. Somebody say she could have drove to the police station. She could have called 911 and said, somebody just had me to call him out. And she could have did so much, but she didn't. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I know I'm just sitting there speculating and saying, but she wants us to believe that she knew absolutely nothing. But okay, if you didn't know nothing.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that she knew nothing. Because, anybody, even my little 10-year-old would have knew and say, why I need a burner phone? What's up with this? You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Okay.
You know what? Okay, right. He told her to get rid of her main phone. She lied to Dre and said that it was broke. She was lying and calculating the entire time. She's just a liar. She deserved no sympathy, Judge Ross. But I know she flipped on the big wig, Tim. She gave them everything that they wanted, but she knew what she was doing.
In court, the prosecutor, that when she got arrested, they didn't have to coerce her or nothing. She immediately went to tell her what happened and who all was involved. Which showed remorse. They felt that she was showing remorse. But that, basically she was saving her ass. Again, I apologize.
Somebody said, Keisha said, I would have said, Dre, listen to me. While I'm driving you in trouble, please believe. I know. When he got in the car, she should have just said, Dre, Tim, your uncle told me to find you and get your location and to let somebody know where you are, Dre. You don't need to go back out. Let's just leave. We're going to the police right now. But no, what'd she do? She took her little tail on back to Memphis and commenced to depositing money and spending that that evil money that she had received. That was blood money. You know that? St.
It's
Louis
definitely
Connect.
that.
Yes, blood money. That's
But
blood money.
again, Philly, she got children that she got to raise. Okay? She got children that she got to raise. And I remember when my mama used to tell me when I was a young girl, keep on acting the way you acting. One day you're going to have kids and you're going to get all of yours back. You hear me?
I know. If I was
And she didn't lie.
if I was the person, if I had called somebody outside, they got in my car and then they got out and I heard gunshots and I knew the next day they
I
was
would
gone.
have drove
I
off.
could not sleep. I could not live with
I
myself.
would have drove off, girl. If that boy had got in my car, I would have drove off and said, Drake, come ride with me.
We finna go.
If I didn't go to the police station, I would have just hit the highway and told them, I don't know where we going, but we got to go somewhere because I don't know what your uncle got planned.
But I know, but I'm thinking this girl, I just wonder what she said to him when he got in the car because she's not going to tell us what she really said. She's not going to tell us what
No,
she really
she's not.
said. I wonder what they talked about.
But Philly, I'm telling you, the type of character that girl is, somebody else knew that she was close to, be it a cousin, be it another friend. You understand with somebody? If she told the police what she told the police that quick, that girl told somebody else that she felt that she could trust.
She probably did.
You understand?
I don't know if you are you looking at me on TV. Can you see her picture up there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the one that I first saw that I told you. Look at her eyes, see, Philly. That girl is not right.
She got good
Look at
sense.
her eyes.
I know, but she got good sense. She's got good sense. She knew what she was doing.
You know what, Pete? I'm a firm believer. You know, I believe that some women are snakes, just like the first wife of Satan. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm concerned, she Lilith. Okay?
Right.
She's the second Lilith. Okay, because she's definitely a manipulator.
You know, she had been working. She hadn't been working that day, but anyway, she had been working that weekend or whatever. So, you know, she probably had her little self all dolled up and she was, oh my goodness, I can't imagine what she said to Dre. I just
And there's some things they didn't even bring up in court. You talked about her going to California with him, her and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she was still selling her products and stuff, on YouTube, and everything was fine. You understand?
No, she was mainly on Facebook. She was selling weight loss tea, diet stuff. She was selling fake Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all that little fake. She had a hustle going. She's a hustler. She's a street girl. She know the game. She knew what was up. She wasn't naive. She didn't just lure that. I need you to find Dre. That's all. Come on, somebody. Don't y'all come on now. I'm gonna need y'all to put your thinking caps on. But I know why the judge didn't give her that much time because they wanted her to help her. They wanted her to help them get the big fish, Tim, and she spilled allegedly everything she knows. So he gave her a little leniency. I understand that, but I don't want people to think that she was totally naive and didn't know what was going on. And I want to know what she said to Dre when he got in that car. And then when he saw her get that text message and then she all of a sudden said, I got to go or whatever she told him. I want to know how she ended that conversation. She owe us that much. Can you tell us that?
She did just like she do at the strip club. She's a manipulator. When he got in the car, she was acting like, I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, you looking good. I thought you were cute. You like him?
Mm-hmm. And you know, it went that
You
strip
know,
club when she coming down that pole. If she was coming down the pole, I mean, I don't know in bottoms up, but you know, she be in a whole zone. You know, she probably maybe even got a little tipsy or whatever they do to get in that mode. And just when she probably was in that mode when he got in the car, because you know they get in the mode because they want them to throw that money at them.
not only that, do you know, PP strippers, you know, they don't just get in the mold, honey, and just take a little drink. They take a little snort of coke, so they don't really be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's alleged.
You know,
I don't know if she did that or not, but I know they do something to
I
probably
ain't
get in that
talking
mode.
about her. I'm
Okay.
not talking about her. Okay, I'm telling you about some strippers.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know some strippers. Okay?
You do.
Because do you know what it takes to squat down and roll your thing in different men faces?
No, I don't.
Okay, so we don't really know her character.
Oh,
You
well,
understand what I'm saying?
I'm just I'm
Because a lot of
just
women couldn't even do that and would never do that.
I know to just dance for strange men every night and to just get up. I mean that takes you have to have a soulless heart to do that, in my opinion. So
Exactly. And not only that, strippers they have stalkers. You know what I'm saying?
well, let me rephrase that. No, you know, you dancing and just dancing, you know, but just getting in your zone, then not a soulless heart. But for what she did in luring Dre outside, that takes a soulless heart. But just being a dancer and a stripper, there's nothing wrong with that. People can make their money any kind of way they want. I want to be clear on that part.
But the majority of strippers that strip, you have to know what Brooklyn is, okay?
Brooklyn, New
is
York.
Really a one down little city.
Wait a minute, Brooklyn.
It looks like a little country town. There's probably 30 houses and all place.
Did you say Brooklyn? Or you're not talking about Brooklyn, New York, or I know somebody from Brooklyn.
I'm talking about in Illinois.
Oh, okay,
where the strip club is located.
I thought you was trying to say
Okay.
I know somebody
It
from
used to
Brooklyn.
Where that strip club is, that used to be like a place where it was different strip clubs. It was a white strip club, then it was like two black strip clubs that you could go to where it was women and men. But where she works at is the bottoms up is supposed to be the one that is the hit, okay?
Have you ever been to the bottoms up?
No, honey, I don't go to places like that. I took my husband to the white strip club for a birthday present and I almost jumped on the strip. Okay, no. Okay, and that's real. That was enough for me. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I thought I could stomach it, you know, and because it was gonna be, you know, white girls and my cousin owned ownership in it, but they had a little black girl up there dancing in like a green Indian outfit, and she poured out her breast and started squirting milk, and my husband jumped up from the bar and ran over to her thing. And I was like, oh no, sister, let's go, honey.
Your husband ran to the woman?
No, he went over there to see the black woman dance.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, he knew better than that.
Okay.
Okay. I took him where I thought, you know, he would just have him a good birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Honey, a strip club is a strip club, no matter what color or whatever nationalities there are stripping.
No.
But back to but back to the main point though. Terica Ellis as a stripper, she was just a master manipulator, as someone says, and she knew what she was doing. She used her charm to get Dre to come outside after she had tracked him down all day long, went to the mall, bought him a sacrificial blood gift. And that was the last gift. The last gift he ever received was from the woman who set him up to have his life taken. You know, it's just so sad.
No, I'm just sorry to say, honey, that the baby was a sacrifice. Take it the way you want it.
Somebody say they've been to the bottoms up and you described it just right. It's like the best dancers dance there. So Terica was working at
Yes, it is.
the best strip club around town, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder. I wish
But
somebody. I know somebody got a video of her performing. It's gonna come out one day. You know they dropping videos of folks around here these days. That's gonna come out one day.
I don't know if it'll come out with the bottoms up because they let it be known that you can't videotape up in there.
But they recording. Trust me, the owners are recording.
Okay.
That's what I
think. You know, I hate to say it, but you know, my son was a motorcycle rider, honey, and they visited the bottoms up quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Even Cedric, the entertainer, go there.
Yeah, he took a picture. I wonder how he feels. No, he took a picture with a person who sets up people to have their life taken. He's on the picture just
Cedric
smiling.
is from St. Louis.
Well, it don't
Okay.
matter. He still took a picture with her smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know she was gonna be no part of no mess like that.
No, he didn't know at the time. She was just a regular stripper, and that's it's legal in some. I know it's legal in Vegas, so she was just doing what she needed to do to make money. However,
And not only that, the girls at the bottom up make a lot of money in one night.
I wonder what her highest amount was that she made in one night. She's gonna write a book,
Well, let
honey.
me just give you an example.
Well, why
My
don't you?
friend made $2,500 in one night.
That's right. You got a friend that's a stripper that danced there. Was a stripper there. $2,500 in one night.
One night.
Most people don't make that for. Anywho.
And then they don't have to report all they earnings either.
Mm-hmm. You say, right, speak on the PP. What did I just say? I be talking so fast, I don't know what I said. But whatever I said what I said, and I meant what I said. And it's facts. Okay.
But yeah, Bottoms Up got a really
wait, somebody
reputation down here.
Wait, somebody say my cousin Sonny owns the club. Aaron, so your cousin Sonny owns Bottoms Up? Well, Sonny, we know you got some footage of Terica shaking it up. Go on and drop a little part of it. Send it to the Evil Philip Field Talk Show and more. Okay. Well, no, never mind. I retract that statement.
Now you ain't gonna show us that.
I'm sure not, honey.
With the Bottom Up be dancing for real, honey. Ain't nothing like the Players Club.
No, the Players Club. The Players Club. There might be a runny. I wonder, was there a runny up in there? It probably was, child. Probably was.
They like that new show that come on that. What's the name of that show, Joe? Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
I don't know what
Valley,
show.
honey.
Oh, P Valley.
It's called P Valley.
I don't watch that.
They like them girls at P Valley. That show.
I don't watch. Again, guys, if you're just coming in, the shirt you see on the picture right now on the screen, that's the t-shirt that the family designed. That's the official t-shirt. That's the picture they chose of Dre. I think that's the one where he has green dreads in his hair. He has his hoodie on. At the top it says Justice for, and then that's our Dre at the bottom. I don't know the price of what they'll be, but Miss Michelle is going to be sending me all the information. It'll be on my community tab of this channel. Please hit your subscribe button and like this video too. And once I get all that information, y'all, please, we got to order these shirts. We got to make them go into a professional manufacturer, because we're gonna order so many t-shirts for Dre. Come on,
they
y'all.
Are beautiful too.
It's beautiful. I mean, and the color is perfect. I want y'all to think about
perfect.
Yes, every time we order these, I mean, just think about him getting in that car with that girl. He coming outside. She been calling him all day. I'm coming to see you, Dre. I'm gonna pick you on something from the mall. He come outside and get in the car with her. They talk for 2 minutes, and then she all of a sudden, I gotta go. You know he had a gut feeling. Look at him. You know he had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. He had been caught, set up finally. So we gotta support the family and order these t-shirts, please. And Miss Foley will be getting her t-shirts together soon too for Justice for Carlitha. A loss of a child is a loss of a child. No matter how much publicity one might get, it's still a loss of a child. And guys, I'm gonna need y'all to support me on that as well. Okay, everybody. But tonight we are talking about the sentencing that Terica got and justice for Dre. But I just want to remind y'all we're covering a lot over here.
Now you know your subscribers gonna support.
I know,
Miss
girl.
Green.
Some
They've
of
been
them been.
supporting her for 3 years.
I know they will, but some
For
of
3 years.
but some of my people missing in action. We used to have about 2,000 folks over here. I don't know where they at. They better get on back over here. We got justice to do over here.
Well, they'll be back. They'll be back, honey. They'll be back.
I know.
Don't nobody do it like you do it.
Hey, you better say it again. You better say it again. They didn't hear you say it again, sis.
I said they'll be back because don't nobody do it like you do it.
I try.
You know,
I try.
and you know so many people. You got this show going, honey. You starting what I tell you. I bet Philly people from Missouri gonna start calling you. Didn't they start calling you?
Missouri did start calling. Oh, maybe they called a little too much, but they did start calling. But I love the
did a
Lou.
little too much talking.
I love the Lou. But yes, I do love St. Louis. I thank you, everyone that supports me there. Somebody said he is so handsome, nephew Dre. Yes, they picked the perfect picture. They truly did. I don't know who. I'm sure Miss Michelle made the final call on it. So it's an awesome picture. They did a good job. So they say we will support. Thank you so much. I know y'all will.
You don't know, Miss PP. You don't know. But I told you, I say, Miss PP, some very important people are watching you. Okay? And Terica's lawyer even told the judge about Terica being exposed on YouTube, and her life was not going to be the same.
Well, I'm not the only one, so they can't put that on me.
You know, but still in all, you know, you don't know how many people were calling from your show.
I'm not the only one.
Homicide, honey.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Wait, say that again.
You don't know how many people that was calling from homicide just by listening to your show was giving tips.
Oh my! How do you know so much, ma'am? Might I ask?
I'm gonna just tell you like this. Didn't I introduce you to the Bill?
Yeah, let's not talk about him tonight. Yes, you did.
Okay.
That was all you. That was all you.
You know.
And I thank you. I thank
not,
everyone. Mm-hmm.
And I told you, I said, Wally ain't gonna get that much time because that's, as far as they concerned, that's paper. You understand what I'm saying? And what he get? 5 years.
No, he got 3 years.
And
he got 3 years.
He got 3 years?
Yes, and he still haven't turned himself
No, ma'am,
in
he
yet.
still has not reported.
No.
And he's still doing his thing with his music.
Yes, he is. It is what it is.
You know.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Wait a minute. 1 second. Let me see if I got that on loop. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Now, what were you saying?
You say, how do you know so much? All you got to do is go to the right barbershop in St. Louis.
So you went to the barbershop in St. Louis and you got all the tea.
All you got to do is sit there, honey. You be surprised. Men talk more than women.
I can believe that.
You know, you just got to know which barbershop to go to.
Which barbershop do you frequent?
Oh, no, you ain't getting that information. Have me out here running and looking over my shoulder.
I'm just
Okay?
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, guys.
No. You know how these young people is, girl. They know more stuff than the police do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You know, and they all run basically in the same circle.
Right.
You know, and you know, people are who they are. You know, some people can't keep a secret for none in the world.
I can believe that. Yes. I can
You
believe
know?
that.
And once it got exposed, you know, and they was watching your show at the barbershop.
I remember you telling me that. Yes, to sum this
You
up,
know.
Terica, let me say this real quick. Terica received 3 years. The judge did take into account, I read some documents earlier, you know, the official sentencing documents that are now available, you know, on the web, well, on a specific website, signed by Judge Ross, you know, of her 36-month sentence. You know, he took it to the account, and he stated that he believed Tim would have found a way to take Andre's life with or without the help of Terica. And that he also stated that Terica provided a lot of information and, you know, he was a witness and testified against Tim. And she played a big part. So he gave consideration of that, and, you know, that helped with her sentence. So, yes, she only received 3 years, along with the insurance agent, who also was told by Tim that Andre wasn't going to be around much longer. So, you know, he had a chance to call the FBI as well, you know, and it's just so sad that the woman that you guys are looking up at on the picture right now, that was the last person that Drake spoke to. That's the last person he talked to in his life, her, Terica. And she was probably looking like she does on that main picture right there in the front with the lipstick and the lip gloss and the blue. That's how she was probably looking, you know, when he saw her last. Okay? She was probably batting her eyes at him. You know, that's what she was looking like when he talked to her. And, you know, he probably got in the car and she's like, hey, Dre, I got your outfit. And then she got that text. He saw her look at her phone and then all of a sudden abruptly end their conversation and she had to go. What did she say to him?
You remember, Philly,
what?
When we used to watch the show, Drake was trusting anyway.
He was a
he
trusting
was very
young man.
trusting because he was loving.
But
and he wasn't you know, he wasn't the type of person that would have done anything like that.
But he liked the girl.
You remember the episode where Tim had hit him and hit him in Charles, and they went and was complaining about it, and he was really upset. You could tell then he was a very sensitive young man.
Yeah,
he was, he was big enough really to fight Tim back.
Yeah, he couldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't even get the words out. Yep.
You know, so he was sensitive and very trusting, and you could tell how loving he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, people loved him. And that was about jealousy. Jealousy. You know, that was about jealousy. Tim wanted to make it so bad in the music industry. And he saw that his young nephew really had a chance. You understand what I'm saying? And they were showing him more attention when he would go over there to that little place where they be recording.
He had a good chance. Hey, boy, stop capping. How you doing? He had a good chance, you know, and he could sing. Drake could sing. He had a nice voice, and I'm sure, you know, he had a nice voice.
And you know, and remember him and Charles, little Anakin, how they would, you know, he was playful, he was jokeful, and you know, he was young. So he probably was very attracted to her, you know. He was a boy, he was a young man. You know what I'm saying? Okay? And when young men are attracted to a woman, you know what I'm saying? And she came with berry and gifts. She probably took it, oh yeah, she liking me. She really liking me. You know what I'm saying?
She had a death gift. She had a blood gift, a sacrificial blood gift in her hand when she showed up. Those True Religion jeans from the Galleria Mall from the buckle. Yes, she was bearing gifts. Although,
you know, and them True Religion jeans are expensive.
well, she had been shaking her tail all weekend. She had the money. Plus, Tim gave her $10,000.
She didn't spend none of that on.
She spent something. Well, she
She's
bought the
too
jeans.
selfish for that.
She bought the jeans.
Okay.
And I just know for a fact. I mean, well, I don't know for a fact, but okay, you guys think once he got in that car, he wasn't in there no more because the time, you can look at the timeline. It's all in the police records, like 8 o'clock, 8:02. They knew the exact time he lost his life. It didn't take no more than 2 minutes. How did she end the conversation when she got that text that said, "Move, get out of here"? What did she tell him? Okay, Dre, I gotta go. You know he felt.
You know what? This is what bothers me. The worst thing that bothers me is when she pulled off, she heard those gunshots. Why didn't you whip her you?
And that's why, for that reason, the judge, once he was sentenced, he should have said, but when you pulled off, you heard gunshots, ma'am, and you did not say one word for 4 years until they knocked on your door to arrest you. So for that reason, you got to serve 10 to 20, boo. But anyway.
Because I can hear gunshots in my neighborhood that can be 4 blocks away, and I would dial 911 and say, hey, they shooting over here.
No, that's what I'm
you
calling.
Understand what I'm saying?
Baby, I call 911 in a minute. Mess with me. I'm
but
calling the feds and everybody.
And you just dropped off your friend. Why didn't you whip her you to make sure your friend was okay?
I know. Since you didn't know anything that was going on, you didn't know why Tim wanted you to do this. Why didn't you call the just the police? I'm not gonna say the FBI. Just call 911 and say something's going on. You know, I went and I was told to find this guy. So yesterday I met with him. He got in my car, and then I was told to move. And now all of a sudden he's lost his life. Something's not right. Can you please protect me, and I'll tell you everything that I know? That's what she should have done. But she waited until they knocked on the door. And I will forever say that. That's just my opinion.
But I'm gonna tell you now, I believe what they said.
I'm gonna
that
speak.
When she got to the police station, that she just broke down and told everything.
It was too late.
It probably was really weighing on her, honey.
It was too
that
late.
Any day they could come through that house and get her butt.
You know what? I see what you're saying, but 4 years later, we'd have seen all of her Facebook posts and how she kicking it and dancing and selling all her little fake Louis Vuitton jewelry and her weight loss stuff and her diet teas and all of that. No, you had all that in between time. I wonder. She probably thinks about it. I know she's gonna think about it every day for the rest of her life. That's in my opinion.
Well, I know this.
You say she rushed him out of the car.
One of the best homicide divisions in Missouri. Okay, so because it took them 3 years, there was a reason for that too. They was really trying to make sure that all their I's were dotted and their T's was crossed.
Okay. Oh my goodness, it's midnight. Oh, y'all, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning. Y'all know I love Dre. Justice for Dre. Justice for Carlita. Y'all know justice for Secure. Oh my goodness, so many people. Justice.
Oh, you go, Philly. Can I address Miss Griggs just in case she's watching?
Hold on 1 second. Yes, ma'am, you can. Wait a minute. Hold on before you start. Go ahead. What you want to say to Miss Griggs?
Miss Griggs, I am truly sorry about your loss of your son. But I am so grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ that He has given you justice, at least with two other offenders. And with all my prayers, that I hope that you get whatever you feel in your heart that Tim deserves for taking your son from you. I know you will never ever forget your son, and you will forever miss him. But always remember, he's right there in your heart. He's no further than your hand, and you can talk to him anytime that you want. Okay, because he can hear you and he feels you. Keep on being loving and supportive, Miss Green. And we love you here in St. Louis, especially me.
Yes, we do. And I've had the privilege of speaking to her personally, as along with Miss Foley as well. And these two women, they're prayed up. They encourage me. They always give me encouraging, they give me encouraging statements and just always trying to uplift me through all of this. And they're strong because you just
I admire both
they're
of them.
strong.
I admire Miss Griggs and I admire
how they
Miss
can
Foley. I
right,
really admire Miss Foley's strength.
how
I
they
really
can
do.
how they can uplift somebody else while they're going through. It takes a strong person. I don't think I'm not that strong. I just don't know. They're strong is all I'm gonna say. But thank you so much, St. Louis Connect, for calling in. I appreciate it. Okay.
Love you, PP.
Love you too, and I'm gonna talk to you soon. We're gonna do this again, okay? Maybe later this week, okay?
Tell Miss Kizzy I said hi.
I will, so we can go more into what your story as well, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you for listening to my commentary on Terica sentencing. And I do believe my computer is acting up again. It's moving a little slow. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now, but thank you all so much for joining me. Okay, I'm back. Thank you all so much. We're gonna get ready to get off of here. I gotta go to work. I hope. Hey, what's up, Hakeem? Mod Squad. Hakeem, where you been? Okay, shout out to Hakeem. He is from Brooklyn, New York, New York, New York, big city in dreams. New York, New York ain't always what it seems. Too much, too many people. King, my Cowboys went down, but we went down fighting. Do you hear me? How about them Cowboys? All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. Vanessa, hey Vanessa, Edgar Kelly, girl. Good night, PP and all for the yeah. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, everybody. Mariah. Oh, another good night, PP. Much love. Of course, Nard Father, the Brooklyn Bronx Bomber. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, Nard Father, I found your original channel, Realist TV. I was looking at some of your first videos. But all right, guys. Keisha was in the building. Shout out to the moderators, Kizzy, everybody. Y'all, good night, people. Y'all, thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for supporting me. We're gonna get back into doing things. I need y'all to support all these family cases that we talk about. Okay, not the ones that get the most attention and stuff. Come in for all of them. That you guys that are listening right now. Okay, justice for Carlita. This young lady right here. She was asleep in her bedroom and her neighbor was cleaning his gun. It went through her bedroom wall and took her life. And we're still waiting for him to get a court date. He's been charged, but we're waiting for him to get a court date. Okay? So I need you guys to support that. Wait, Nora said I'm not from the Bronx. I know you're from Brooklyn. I know. I thought Hakeem was from Brooklyn too. Did I say Bronx? These New Yorkers, honey. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Harlem. I want to go to New York so bad. I want to go to New York, but I guess I could drive, but I don't want to fly there. So I'll just live vicariously through my YouTube friends that I have that are in New York. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yes, justice for Carlita. Thank you, Nord Father. Thank you. Yes, justice for Carlita, Miss Jackie. Again, Terica Ellis was sentenced to 36 months, 3 years. She turned snake. His homie turned snake on him. Terica turned snake on Tim and told it all. But I want y'all to remember this. She called Dre and said, I'm outside, Dre. He came from down in that basement or whatever in that recording studio, went outside, got in the car with her for no more than 120, a short period of time. Was the very last person that he had a conversation with was her. You know, and while he was in there talking to her, I guess she gave him the outfit or whatever. Her phone buzzed, beep, text or whatever, and it said move, get out, leave or whatever. You coming to my birthday party in June, PP? Yeah, I'm coming to New York. I'm coming to your birthday party, Nard Father. If you having a party, I'm coming. I'm not scared to fly. I just don't like to fly. I'll fly now. I'll be there. So, just imagine Terica sitting in the driver's seat, her phone beeps, and then all of a sudden, whatever she said to Dre to get him out the car, I don't know what she said. I gotta go, Dre. Okay, maybe this might, I don't know what she said, but you probably know once he got, I just think he had a funny feeling to come across him. I just think he had, and this, you know, these pictures are older when he was younger. This is more of what he looked like when he lost his life. That's the Dre that she saw. This is the Dre that she saw that night with the green dreads and stuff. This is the Dre that she saw. Okay, Dre was a young man. He was a young man. You know, he wasn't the little Dre that we would see, you know, trying to learn how to drive with Charles and all of it. He had become a young man. He was 21 years old. Okay, that's the Dre that she saw. He was a man. Okay, he liked the girls. Okay, he liked the girls with the big boobs that come down the pole. It is what it is. Okay, we gonna keep it real. And that heifer was a snake. Oh, she was a dirty snake. How could you do him like that, girl? Look at that man. How could you do that young man like that? Ooh-wee. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all have a good night. You know what? I'm just gonna play this little drop. That's all I'm gonna play. Good night, y'all.
It's been a long, long time, honey, but I know, yeah.
Wait a minute. She might have given him a kiss. Oh, I hope that tramp didn't kiss him. The kiss of death. The kiss of death. Where's that coming at? I hope she didn't kiss him. Do you think she kissed him? Oh my goodness. I know. I'm going to live with she didn't kiss him. I don't even want to think that she get the kiss of death is what it was.
It's been a long, long time, honey, but I know, yeah. True story. Everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. I say I got you, don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. Yeah. Fake love, I don't need it, you can keep it, that's a fact. Yeah.